Zing, 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 zing. Zing, zing. Sanbulweni, and welcome to the weekly What What, a show that is to the news what Pitori House is to music. Technically it qualifies, mara no. I'm your host, Scott Never Die Zulu. Minneapolis is on fire, all of America is protesting, the world is in mourning, and our Instagram feed has gone black. Why? Because another one of those shitty movies came out, and this time I'm not talking Fast and the Furious. American police seems to be the DJ Khaled of killing black people. Another one. This time, a man by the name of George Floyd. Black Lives Matter. This subject keeps coming up. It's one of those elephants in the room. If that elephant was using unnecessary force in dealing with black people and ending in murder. Now I know that this seems like an American issue because that's where the Black Lives Matter movement started after the deaths of Eric Garner, Michael Brown, Ezell Ford, and 12-year-old Tamir Rice in 2014. But this issue is actually widespread. In South Africa, our police shot and killed Andries Tatane, dragged Maido Masha behind their van until they killed him, gunned down 34 minors in Marikana. And those, much like the American cases, are only the ones we saw on video. There are thousands more. And yes, I know you might be thinking, but Scott, the difference is, those police were white, our police are black, and so are our people. But there's a common thread, and that is that people that are supposed to be protecting us are out here misusing their power, and it ends terribly. Furthermore, the systematic oppression of black people is something that has been so deeply ingrained in our reality that even after 1994, they no longer needed to oppress us. They have left us so broken that they gave us the guns to oppress each other. At this rate, even we don't seem to understand that Black Lives Matter. So we have to have this conversation again. You'd think that lessons would have been learned maybe in the mid-90s with Rodney King, or at least in 2014, or 2015, 16, 17, 18, 19. This happened last week, about a week ago. I mean, you know that old saying, kill me once, shame on you. Kill me every other day and get away with it just because it's not caught on camera, then shame on a problematic system. But years later, we find ourselves again and again in the same position, having to have this very important conversation, which unfortunately means, however, that we have to talk to this guy. Which is important for us to do because this kind of stupidity leads to this kind of stupidity. Yes, all lives do matter, but that is not the point. I'm actually quite surprised, however, that these same people didn't try to turn Blackout Tuesday into All Out Tuesday. You see what I'm saying? The fact of the matter is, by saying and doing such things, you are minimalizing a major issue. And it's not like you don't know about this. White America, please stop pretending you don't understand what's happening here, because we know you do. So this just shows that you know and understand the relationship between American police and black people. And then you get the police and the police chiefs who are going to say things like, it's not all police, it's just a few bad apples. Now I get that. But certain jobs simply should not have bad apples. Soldiers, policemen, pilots, the Avengers. I mean, imagine if one of the Avengers was a bad apple. Iron Man would kill everybody. Side note, another very important job where we should not have any bad apples is presidents of countries. But we see what you did, America. Got away with a technicality. Because this is not a bad apple. It's a shitty orange. It's a shitty, stupid, racist, sexist orange. And I don't know what's worse, America's shitty orange or like in the Philippines where they have a murderous mango.
Shoot them dead.
Jeez. That mango will murder you. So this conversation needs to continue. It needs to gain momentum until something changes. Not just changes in America, because let's not forget that this is a problem all around the world. And it is in our hands as the global community to talk about things, educate ourselves and each other so that we can start building towards a better world tomorrow. But like I was saying to Mark and the writers of this show, I wish this episode didn't need to happen. But the truth is, it does. And I wish we had more time to expand on all the different elements within this issue, but we don't. All that we are hoping to achieve in doing this episode is continuing the conversation. I'm hoping that somebody watches a silly little thing on YouTube with me and starts to think, starts to talk. It's all that matters. So share this video, comment below, and if you think that I'm wrong, tell me. Open my world up. That is what this is about. And lastly, to all the families of the victims of police brutality around the world, more especially right now in America, but around the world, our thoughts, our prayers are with you. Because this is, as I said, a global issue. In South Africa, we will not forget Marikana. It is for that reason that we stand with you in the Black Lives Matter movement. And that is this week's What with me. Scott might die if I ever go to America and have to deal with the police of Zulu. And remember that one bad apple spoils the entire bag and destroys the Avengers franchise. Full sec!